The theories talked about in this video are just theories and nothing more. If the idea that this video exists disturbs, feel free to express your feelings through a well-worded email. But don't send it because we will not read it. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Spike. Cute. Cuddly. Menace to society? Maybe. Alright. It may be weird, it might be strange, and it might indeed be a complete and total ripoff of Game Theory with Matt Pat, but like it or not, it's time for the very first and last episode of Cartoon Theory!
Get ready?
What's up? If you are sad or blue, howdy! 'Cause cheering up my friends is just what Pinky's here to do. 'Cause I love to make you smile, smile, smile. Yes, I do. It fills my heart with sunshine.
So dragons have been around long before people started tattooing them on the skin, but they've never really coexisted correctly with other species. Seeing as how most common type of dragons eat virtually anything that lives, breathes, and runs in terror, so the idea of a world where ponies and dragons coexist and ponies are the dominant species boggles the mind. But then again, these are the gem-eating dragons like Spyro. No, the other Spyro. That's better. Okay, that one's fine too. Seeing as how Spike eats gems and not ponies, it's perfectly fine for him to live with Twilight Sparkle for many, many years to come, right? Wrong. Take the episode entitled Dragon Shy, for example. It's the one where the main six have to deal with a huge red fire-breathing adult dragon whose very snores were so dangerous that he was polluting the air. Oh boy, it's gonna take a lot more than Twilight's magic and a song to fix that. Now, granted that the dragon in Dragon Shy is more of a winged variety, while Spike is kind of an anthropomorphic dragon, like the one spoken in history, myths, and folklore. These same myths told of dragons that would use objects with their hands, talk, and wear clothes. Sound familiar? Wink wink, nudge nudge. What do you mean you can't see my eye? Oh, of course. On a side note, there's actually significance to the color of both Spike and Spyro, but I gotta stay on topic. The thing that connects Spike to this dragon is the greed factor. This big lovable red guy here almost lost it when Rarity tried to take some of his booty. I feel like someone's laughing for the wrong reasons right about now. Anyway, much like Big Red, Spike has a greedy side. Perhaps one of the most shocking examples of duality I've seen since the whole Miley Cyrus Hannah Montana fiasco.
She's like totally two different people. How dare you say she's not? Oh my gosh.
Sorry about that. Couldn't help myself. Spike is quite generous, but his generosity costs him his sanity, and can even accelerate his aging and turn him into a reckless and dangerous form. A form that would do anything for
The precious. The shiny.
the dollar bill, y'all. Or any object, really. Which brings me back to my theory. Most dragons shown in the MLP universe have been either enemies or just don't like ponies. Not including the fellow with the fabulous mustache. But if dragons don't like ponies, are hazardous to your health, and have a greedy, obsessive love affair with the bling, then what happens when Spike truly grows up? Sadly, I think we're gonna have to say goodbye to our favorite purple dragon, eventually. Our other favorite purple dragon. Unless by some chance Spike can't age unless he gets greedy. Think about it. Zagora said he was growing up in Secrets of My Excess. And once he began to remember what he used to be, he returned to his baby form. Not to mention that Spike is the only baby dragon we've seen so far. Plus, I estimate Twilight Sparkle to be in her mid-20s, and she got Spike when she was a child, so let's say Spike was 1 at the time and Twilight was 8 or 9. Currently, he have to be at least 16 if Twilight is 25, so in theory that is. So it's not exactly that far-fetched to assume that Spike's aging is determined by how greedy he gets. Well, unless we're going into the whole idea that dragons actually live for a very, very long time, which is true in most myths, but then again, Twilight is in fact a unicorn pony, which means that she also, according to ancient myths of course, would live for a very long time as well. So the question then would be, would dragons outlive unicorns, or would unicorn outlive dragons? Okay, this is a whole lot of theory that I did not write. Seriously, I'm going off script. Figuring out the age of the My Little Pony characters is a whole nother theory altogether. But that just proves how much stuff there is here to really go through. Honestly, I could sit here and do this for hours. Hell, I can even go through and chronicle the different species, but again, I don't know what I'm doing with this channel. So in order to wrap this up, imagine this. Your secret Spike plushie that you think nobody knows you have suddenly comes to life. You add it to the family, months go by filled with joy and bliss. Until one day comes where you have to take back a toy from Spike because it's too dangerous for him, which throws cute little Spiky Wikey into a greed spiral that soon transforms him into Spikezilla, a rampaging beast that steals everything in sight, climbs to the top of the Empire State Building and starts singing at the top of his lungs and doing ballet.
I've made it through the thin and thick, but no, I wasn't. Oh no, she wasn't. Oh no, I wasn't. Oh no, she wasn't. No, I
But hey, it's just a theory. A cartoon theory.